everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pigs. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Good morning, all you radicals. There's so much to talk about. I've never seen so much activity going on the anti-nuclear fight. My phone is ringing off the hook on all fights. All across America. This little post-ignorance army that I've developed is everywhere. I mean, wow, talk about journalism like it was in the old days, developing sources. My God, what amazing sources I have. I get anything and everything as it comes out first. It's amazing. These people that have the light, I call it. Seems like there's one in every city in the world. Every single city, every single county, every single place, there's one. She's the only one, maybe two. But we've got so much going on. As I said it in the early days, I said, it's going to take about 5 years in this thing. They're not going to be able to cover it up anymore. And it's going to hit critical mass. And look, the American sheep, and you people that get frustrated, you're talking to your family members, you're talking to everybody, that's okay. The sheep are the sheep, and the sheep will always be the sheep, and they don't have to be that. Look, there's a responsibility among men, a responsibility among women, a responsibility among journalists of leadership called integrity. That's what we lack. That's what we have none. So they don't want to be it, we'll be it. It's that simple. The greatest event in human history, 3/11/11, the cover-up. Look, I'm going to talk about a lot of things that are going on at Santa Onofre in San Diego, in Kansas City and St. Louis, the catastrophe that's unfolding there right now. I'm going to talk about this is all that matters. Look, in the early days when I put this thing together, and I was working on my PhD, post-ignorance, and I was arguing with another professor how, the art of communication. Look, there's a method behind my madness, and this is before Fukushima happened, because I was all about social inequality, leading up to the 100th anniversary of the shirtwaist fire. Look, that's the problem with these activist movements, so many of them, is, and I try to work with them, and I try to freaking educate, because that's the problem. I named it right. Post-ignorance. A guy came in today, and he says, I thought you were batshit crazy at first. Then I realized, oh, no, this guy ain't crazy. No, there's a method behind my madness. Look, I've walked this path my whole life. Not just in academia, though academia. I was educated by the very best in the world. In the street and in the classroom, but with the hawk and trowel and in the theater. I've been participating in real grassroots movements since my very first memory. It was required in our family. I think about my brothers and sisters and my family, and they don't go there, but, I'm more like my father was, and it was required by him and my grandparents on both sides. You know, my grandparents were very close friends with Stegner. You know, they were very close to Skokie. I mean, this was required. It wasn't just, this is something you do. If you see something wrong inside your community, you stand up passionately but intelligently. My dad used to say it so perfect. You know, that murdered Marine, he'd say, boy, shut the fuck up and get to work. You're way too pretty to have an opinion. You got to realize, you know how the Marine drill sergeants go? They're barking at you out of one thing and laughing out of the other side. They're the kindest, most beautiful. That's who raised me. But this fucking dude got it. Oh, he got it. So let's start off with the fucking catastrophe that's unfolding in fucking Kansas City. This is a major, major catastrophe that's fucking unfolding there. You know, the dome, the nuclear waste fucking dump, which we've been fighting forever, knowing these lying fuckers just buried in the fucking ground was going to fucking heat up and fucking, you know, leach with an invisible fire like Fukushima. We've always said it, you know. Yeah, I love all you people. You can't see it. You know, Janet and I have caught so much great video content at Fukushima, Japan, on the invisible fire. Oh, they took the canopy out. Little thing. It's such a fucking shit. I mean, it's the whole fucking thing blew to fucking smithereens in a few minutes of the quake. Before it ever swamped out with the fucking tsunami, that fucker was gone. All over you, blown into the atmosphere, and they pushed the energy. The energy from Fukushima has simply been pushed into the Pacific Ocean. And continues to kill the Pacific Ocean, continues to keep a heat bubble over the western United States. Same thing's going to Kansas City. As you know, my term, these genocidal maniacs are out of fucking control. Because what? What have we done the last 30 years? We have fed the fucking maniacs with our fucking fear. We are the cowards, the American coward. And then we fucking show up and get all passionate about hotbed issues, you know, guns, gays, God, and we fucking act like the fools. You know, show up, fucking fist fight old man over fucking something you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. With the passion's important when it's young. When it's young. But I'm not fucking young. I've got that to fight. But we rely on leaders and elders in movements to harness that beautiful, young, artistic passion. Now, we have it at the Million Mass March, but, you know, like Occupy and so many other things. The Million Mass March, by the way, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. I'm going to talk a little bit about Light the Night, which is Saturday. I'm going to talk about where I'm going forward with my activism. You know, so Light the Night is Saturday. It's a very emotional, and I want people to very understand, the guy who started Light the Night is a nuclear propaganda piece of fucking shit in that theater. But the thing has pushed him to the side, and it's evolved into the Leukemia Lymphoid Society has evolved away from him. Now, they're like Husband. They won't talk about the fucking cause. But they have done so much incredible work. They have saved so many people's fucking lives. And I'll tell you why, because the component that they do, they honor the people that have kids. Look, when people die of AML leukemia in the primes of their lives, it devastates their families. It's fucking devastating to their spouse, to their children, to their parents, because, I mean, there's nothing more heartbreaking. I've experienced it. My dad, you know, Hanukkah, I've experienced Paul, Carlos, way too many times have I experienced it very close into my life, almost me. But, look, they know that they're incredible healthy. They know that their minds are on fire. They know that these are amazing, in the prime of their life, people that are in great condition, mentally, and they're like, why are they dying? They can't wrap their mind around the nuclear industry murdered them, and it fucking ripped holes through them. So Light the Night gives them a platform for their grief. We carry white balloons at sunset, and I'm telling you, I do a lot of things in my life. You know, I got sick the day of the Light the Night 4 years ago. To that day, it'll be 4 years, the 13th. You know, I was down there so critical the first year. And it's all over, and they raised a lot of money. Look, juvenile leukemia, which is what, 98, 99% curable now because of these guys, they developed a fucking treatment and medication. You know, did they save my life? No. But I support anybody that saves one single person's life. He wrote West 10, but I was in East 8. I'll write East 8 one day. I'll write a lot of fucking books, but not now. I mean, I got a lot of books ready to go, but whatever. But fuck, I'm in the middle of this fucking fight. So, first and foremost, that fucker's leeching fucking nuclear fucking hot fucking energy off it like a oh my. I want to talk about this because, Plowshares is mad at me. Of course they're mad at me. I knew they would be mad at me. But I was friends with freaking Madeline. I met Madeline through Annika in the Nevada test site so long ago. The old group. The old group was anti-nuclear everything. I got news for the Plowshares, and they need to wake the fuck up. They all need to wake the fuck up. Because they're fucking bullshit that they would go on, oh, nuclear bombs are bad, but nuclear energy is good is fucking ridiculous. They're the exact same thing. And so, I will call her at the look at the Megan Rice trial. She says, Kevin, you really freaking hijacked our thesis. Yeah, I know it. And it's pissed some of you, but the old boy, 80 seniors, that gave me a prayer and gave me a ride home. He says, Kevin, there's no doubt in my mind that you are doing, because they're Catholics, you're doing the Lord's work. And he put his hands on me. And even she told me, and she runs that whole gig. That's who Megan reports to. She says, Kevin, maybe this is where we were supposed to go, and you're supposed to do this to straighten us out on that. And I said, well, you need to be straightened out on it. Because nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons are the exact same fucking thing. They're not yin and yang. They're the evil two-headed fucking snake. And so, that fucking thing, now look, they're called the KC Plowshares. These guys have been breaking into that fucking unit for fucking decades, been fighting that unit for decades. They're amazing. The one main guy did 13-year prison sentence. I mean, you want to talk some fucking, you want to talk some activists? These fuckers have gone to prison over and over and over. Like I said, the one guy just got out of prison here a few years ago, did 13 years for simply breaking into that site. Fighting those monsters in Missouri and Kansas City. They don't want that fucking shit there. So, finally, they've got great fucking legal teams. They've been at this a long fucking time. Finally, they had an African-American judge, and I love what the attorney said and what they said on the stand. She says to them, I've been putting you in jail for years and years, and you just keep doing it. And I love what he said. Well, let me tell you something, Your Honor. The laws are wrong. And I got to stand up to the law, which is historic in this country, and it's part of the path in this country. And it takes very brave people that are willing to do the work. Did Rosa Parks break the law? He says to her. No, answer me this to the judge. Please answer me. Did Rosa Parks break the law? Yeah. Was the law wrong? Yeah. They got to her. She set them free. They were going to go to prison for another 10, 15 years. I mean, maybe longer for life. This would have been it. So, believe it or not, the first female ordained Roman Catholic priest, which, yes, we have them in the U.S. I mean, of course, the Pope's not going to honor that. I sat with her at the Plowshares. At the potluck, the spiritual potluck. Videos to prove it. I'm there. I'm the only fucking activist there. Besides Plowshares and those great fucking, the TPP, and those people that fight that Oak Ridge monster. She says, I'm right. So the judge says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out, she says, I'm learning. The judge says, I'm learning about this nuclear thesis. So I'm going to pose 12 questions to you about nuclear. And she had the same dogma that everybody had, that we have to have more nuclear bombs than the next one. She had been caught up in the Cold War dogma. You could see by the questions she required to be answered. Well, the great Roman Catholic priest, she says, I'm writing the answers. So I put a whole bunch of bugs in her ear on the answers. We had quite the talk that night. Quigley, he's amazing. That's a great attorney, by the way. I got pictures with him. Me and him had lots of clients. I got a gun pulled on me in there. A few days, Plowshare saved me. The old Oak Ridge, Tennessee guy saved me. Amazing place. I love Knoxville, by the way. So, those questions. We have activists there. There are activists there, but they have, just like here, we have no platform. Look, the executive fucking branch is fucking broken. The judicial branch is the major problem. The judicial branch is a fucking disaster. And I could prove that also. Think about this. San Diego, California, fucking August 25th, 2014. You know, the hearing. I'm down there, only one. I have that only permit. That fucking thing, you know. Jason issued it to me. And look, you know, if you have conversations with people, all the cops, everything are trying to arrest me, whatever, you know, I had a connection with him. He ran track here at Utah State, you know, and so did I run track here. So we, you know, I have communication skills with people. That's what people lack. I have that, you know, because I don't live my fucking life in a fucking sheep pen. I'm out and about in the fucking world. I talk and I deal with people. Because we all have human elements that we can all relate to. Still, we have nothing. We've been waiting. Nothing. There's the fucking broken fucking judicial. You know, so that's how they play. You know, you rule against this and she ruled, but it'll open up to General Electric. This thing's on. This is the biggest litigation. Why General Electric is busting up and you know, they're selling off everything and putting it in their Swiss bank accounts. It's illegal as fuck, but come on. So there we fall into the fucking judicial again. The judicial is broken, and not even my words. The new Attorney General issued a fucking memo about that rat, Eric Holden. Eric Holden never fucking indicted anyone. He's the biggest Uncle Tom piece of fucking dog shit that ever walked. Ever walked. This guy makes Dick Cheney look like a fucking mouse. This piece of fucking pussy shit. She says it. You know, that Brooklyn girl, she says, no, your duty is to indict people, which they have. First thing I forget, look, she indicted. I mean, they arrested fucking 5 of these corrupt fucking security councils at the UN while the UN's meeting. They waited till they walked out of the UN in their fucking special fucking place. I protested them. They don't even let you near that place. They fill up all of New York City for Blanch. I was there a year ago, you know, protesting. They arrested those fuckers. I mean, she issues a memo through the fucking Justice Department, you know. You let all these guys go, that's your job to indict these people. Why have you not done it? Why did that rat not do anything? You know, and then you got that rat Rupert Murdoch comes out waiting for a real black president. It's the only fucking true thing that fucking rat's ever said. That piece of shit ought to be fucking... I mean, you want to talk Benedict on? I mean, fuck, of course, he's not an American citizen. It's like this kid in Ogden. He's so fucking stupid. You know, he's trying to fucking put up on these websites, and he's trying to fucking think he's part of fucking our group, Million Mass and Anonymous, and that's the problem of the ignorance. So he goes and videotapes the cops breaking into a house. And the cops simply tell him, look, there is no due process on this, whatever, because these are not American citizens. They're in the country illegally. Hello? Does an illegal immigrant in the United States have all the protections of the fucking due process? No! Hell no! You know? Come on! You know, you throw the baby out with the bathwater. So, in Kansas City, that thing's fucking got an invisible fire going. I mean, it's so fucking... What do? They don't have any answers. Same with San Onofre. So, San Onofre comes out fucking 2 days ago, and this is California. And I know what they're up to. California's... Hey, look, if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen there. You know, I go off on the Californians, and I go off on those fuckers big time. I know what I'm doing. You know, that's my place. I was fucking conceived on that fucking beautiful fucking break. San Onofre. That's my place. That's our place. That's all of our place now. Just like we're all Japanese now. We're all fucking Japanese now. You know, Fukushima in our bone marrow. You know, you don't think so? Oh, go tell your doctor. Go to an oncology. Say, hey, bone marrow. Say, can you tell me, do I have Chernobyl in my bone marrow? Do I have an test site in my bone marrow? Do I have Fukushima, Fukutonima? He'll say, of course. We all do now. You know, it's the core. The red sun. Bringing star power to Earth, Livermore, California. They brought star power to Earth. Oh, there too. I protest there all the time. So I want to talk about this as my activism as the activist and the method behind it. I knew you have to hold retention. I've been at this a long fucking time. I was taught by the greatest activist in the history of I bet, look, I was in her house for 3 hours, the greatest living activist on earth. You know, she's 88 years old, the elder. And let me tell you something. She's no Helen Caldicott. She's no Chris Busby. She's no freaking, Arnie Gundershill. Oh, no, she's the opposite. You want to talk intense still at 88 years old? Sophisticated, elegant? Oh, my God. I mean, you heard that talk she had with me. She'll burn a hole right through you. Freedom Eisenblau. She started out this as a child just like I did. Thrown out of the country. She born and raised in the same town as Hitler with her wealthy parents and doctors. And I want to, before I, go into the San Diego thesis and the D.C. thesis and the New York thesis on my activism, I want to really, dive into this a little bit. These fucking military fucking rats and this rat Bush, this rat Cheney, this rat fucking Clinton, this fucking rat fucking Obama, fucking killing the fucking Doctors Without Borders. It's so fucking outrageous. These fuckers, these people are so sick, and you don't think fucking Obama's in that? Look, there's reports all over. I've been there too. It's called fucking Crips out in the fucking desert outside of Vegas. And I plan on heading there next week. So, outside there, that's where the control and command center is. And by the way, Code Pink's done some incredible work out there. Code Pink's the shit, by the way. They're incredible, great activists. And so, the drone command center, these guys that are droning, Obama inside the White House actually has real-time video fucking screening. Inside the Situation Room. They say he doesn't even let the military, they go, he sits and watches. This is a sick motherfucker. Really sick. And there's nothing black about him. Raised by that fucking guy who named his grandfather who raised his only daughter named Stanley. Where does he get his fucking sick arrogance? He's a fucking, wow. They drone the fuck. They know where they're at. They know, so then they blame it on, Karzai and his group over there. Oh, no, the government-backed rebels that they've built up. They blame it on them. So, no, they called in for the airstrike. They're the ones. They gave us port logistics, blah, blah, blah. That's right from the White House, right from all these fucking lunatics. By the way, Lindsey Graham's still talking about the flooding situation in the nuclear reactor in South Carolina and said, no, he's going off calling Donald Trump a loon. Well, I guess if the spoon fits it, word up your ass. But so they drone him. So they come out. The government-backed rebels, the United States-backed rebels come out and say, what are you talking about? We're calling for strikes. Well, we sure didn't call for a bomb on the hospital. They knew where it was. And let me tell you think it's a mistake? It's no mistake. Did some kid just feel like doing it? Collateral damage? Manning? Look at collateral damage video. Hello, this is a video game. They don't give a fuck. There's a video game to them. Some of the greatest activists in human history are Doctors Without Borders. They're incredible, by the way. I come from a family of them. Thomas Blanch, the great heart surgeon. These people, some of these great fucking doctors here, they're in the inception of it. That's what they do here. Our family. They don't like me because they think I'm too intense and radical for them, but they participate in Doctors Without Borders. Some of the greatest surgeons in the fucking history of the world are my family. So, they kill them. Then lie. So the kid comes out and says, no, fuck you. No, I said, we didn't do it. So then they come, oh, sorry, our bad. By the way, the kid that gave up the password in Sacramento to the fucking scumbag LA Times got convicted yesterday. So Anonymous, come on, step forward. He's one of us. He didn't do anything wrong. Who's the criminals? The LA Times are criminals. When are people going to wake up? The New York Times are criminals. The Washington Post are criminals. NBC board of directors are criminals. Look, they can report anything they want. They have that legal right, of course. They have the legal right to report whatever they want. They even have the legal right to National Enquirer to make up shit. But they do not have the legal right to attack us. to fucking use their fucking media as a weapon against us. That's illegal, and it's done with malice. That's against the fucking law. They're fucking criminals. CNN are criminals. Fox News, the greatest criminals in... Rupert Murdoch, that's fucking treasonous. That fucker, wow. Can you imagine George Washington Hamilton, what they would do to that guy? You imagine what the fucking Paul Revere and fucking Sam Adams would do to that guy? Fuck, that's who they fought against. Hello. So, San Diego comes forward yesterday. California says, we're going to give permission to go ahead and bury the fucking nuclear waste from San Onofre right there on the beach. In the so-called sealed up containers. And there's so many great activists down there. Donna Young, Donna Gilmore, Ace Hoffman, Gene Stone. So many of them done so much incredible fucking work. Ace has been battling these fuckers for as long as I can remember. And I've been going at them since I was a little boy. My dad, fucking the Pendleton Marine there. My earliest memories I can remember battling San Onofre. And, he'd been around as long as I can fucking remember. And so they fucking go, but look, PG&E and the NRC are like, American populace won't deal with this. Now think about this, how broken the American system is. Is this republic with a constitution? That's what we are. We're not a democracy. We're a republic with a constitution. As Jefferson's great quote, was it Jefferson? I believe it was Jefferson. Franklin, I believe it was Jefferson. When they put these three branches together, without the fourth pillar, we have nothing. What's the fourth pillar? The media. Now, we have an integrity. Media can report whatever they want. They don't want to report, so we become the media. The artist, the visual painting, the one painting at a time that I did. There's a method. I know exactly what the fuck I'm up to. I know I have to fucking hold retention. I know that I have to be accurate. I know that I have to be strong. I know that I have to be tense, and I know that my information, my knowledge has to be fucking extremely fucking credible and knowledgeable. That takes time. You don't just give respect. Respect is earned and not given, and that's what Olstein and these fuckers, they just think it's a given. Jesus died so I'm rich because I said so? Fuck those people. Fucking, that's the fucking tail wagging the dog. You gotta earn it. You gotta fucking fight it. It's like the activists. You gotta earn it. You gotta fucking live it. You can't say it. You can't rant it. You can't be it until you fucking live it. You gotta wear it. Wear it. You have to physically represent. That takes on. Boy, shut the fuck up and get to work. You're way too pretty to have an opinion. I know what the fuck he was talking about. It's called wisdom, the journey. He's telling you, get out there and fucking walk the walk, boy. Get out there in the fucking community. Get out there and do what you do. Go out there. Be a piece of the community. Get that hawking trowel in your hand. Get to work. Get to fucking work. Learn. Fucking, soak it up. Educate your fucking self. In the theater, in the classroom, oh hell yeah. Outside, on the construction site, hell yeah. On Wall Street, behind the computer, oh fuck yeah, all of it. You got fucking 24 hours. You only need to sleep 8 hours. Do what you got to fucking do. So I did it. I've done it my whole life. Dr. Cooley used to always say, you can't ever be effective until you're at least 50, he used to always say. Takes you that long to learn this ugly path, and hopefully you're not dead. Took years of living in this violent place. You think I was born with these scars across my face? I got scars all over my fucking body, broken back, severed fucking tongue, crushed across my face, nightsticks at the back of my fucking head, which, and I want people to very much understand, I don't believe in violence, but I will fight. I don't believe in going to jail. We don't need to go to jail to make our point. I've never believed in the whole going to jail bullshit. If it happens, it happens. I've been arrested a lot of times, but never convicted on any of this because I don't break the law. I don't need to. We have a lot of things on our side. We have the Surveillance Act 1986 where we're allowed to fucking videotape. We have the Constitution. Fuck their fucking, Patriot Act. It's an illegal act. I know that. And we have the First Amendment on our side. We have all these amendments on our side, but the Ninth Amendment leaves it open in order to amend it. To evolve as a people. We have this YouTube camera. When I was in Europe, It's such a big deal, and I don't think people know this. They can't wrap their mind around it. So many of my videos are such historical documents and records because I've been so early and so accurate and so recording, and I tag in every piece of relevant fucking information there is. You know, it's like people were searching all over for the fucking explosion when Fukushima blew up again on June 14th, 2011. And then I'd like asking people to find it, and I'm like, wait a minute, go through your own shit. There it is. I got it. So Sony goes after me while I'm in Europe. You know, I predicted it. And, you know, because there's a lot of PR firms and wolves out there laying in the grass for me. A lot of them laying for me. That they know how strong I am about policing my site. These fuckers come at me, I go right back at them. Fuck you, rat. Come on. You know, I'm very good at this. It's taken a lot of fucking work and a lot of path and a lot of journey. But they're not going to destroy me. They're going to try. Let them try. So when I'm in Europe, I knew I'd be vulnerable. I knew because I couldn't police my site. Because I'm on the move 24/7, sleeping on fucking trains, sleeping in hostels, trying to find fucking Wi-Fi, trying to fucking communicate with people. I mean, fuck, I'm all over that continent. That's a big continent. You know, and sure shit, while I'm gone, the rats and the trolls go to fucking work. Put all kinds of disinformation out about me, lie about me, feed people, and these people fucking believe it. Well, fucking, you know, they cloned my account. I mean, some of the shit they did. You know, this has been going on with me in Utah for years. Utah went to work on me fucking 15 years ago. The fight I have at the University of Utah, the fight that I have at Weber State, these fucking phony fucking rats talk their fucking MBA program, and they're trying to, I mean, these phony, fuck them. I awarded my own PhD. I've awarded it myself. I'm going to award Dana one, by the way, too. There's a few people I'm going to award one to. I'm the fucking peer review. Fuck them. You know, who needs them? We don't. We're the media now. We're the museum now. They're shit. And it doesn't matter if we have fucking 10 people or fucking 100,000. It doesn't mean shit. For we are going to lead. You know, and people can get mad, stomp their feet, and go on the street and fucking do hand signals and scream their head off. You know, it's just like, you know, million masks. You put your mask on. I put my mask on the back of my head. I'm a big believer in that fucking movement, but, you know, it's going to be groomed. You know, John Anthony come up with that fucking idea and run it by me. In the early days. Kev, will you come? Will you fucking help me out? Will you participate? Will you lead this fucking march? Will you fucking give the fucking inaugural speech? Yeah, I'll do it. You know, I don't know. You know, this is a tough gig. You know, because I don't know. Because I know there's so much AstroTurf out there. And after I met him, and I met Steve Grant on that emotional day on, remember the 5th of November 2013, that day was powerful, you know, the day before. And, you know, the timing was so perfect the day before because that's when they retooled the Fukushima cover-up. And I just happened to be in D.C. Bobby One gave me a ride over to the Department of Energy. Went inside the Department of Energy. Had long conversations with police all over. I mean, I'm walking around D.C. You know, I had these two guys come up to me. So I'm walking around Washington, D.C. Look about my age. They got baseball caps on, just Levi's shirts, you know. Kevin. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking they're part of my group there for the minute. Hey, what's happening? Can we talk to you? Sure. You know, we've been following your site. Oh, right on. You know, I think they're part of our group there for the thing. You know, we need to talk to you. Well, who are you? Capitol and White House Police. Oh, okay. Right on. What's the plans for tomorrow? You know the fucking plans. You've been watching our fucking sites. So, we're going to meet at the Washington. You know that. Well, you know, there was Wiki Poet or whatever she is, you know, and she had her van going around, and John Anthony had warned me about her. And so it had, you know, Kevin Allen, and so had, you know, a bunch of these grassrooters in the inception of this thing. Steve Grant, you know, Katie, you know, they come to me. And so I'm like, yeah. So I says, yeah, I understand there's fucking, you know, there's a lot of dynamics of flow right here. I says, but I want you guys to really understand. I want police to understand. We are nonviolent. And we are not against you. And then I had a conversation. I said, look, I have leukemia. At the top of my heap, I'm going to talk about Fukushima. You know, we have a permit. We had a permit at Lafayette Cross, but we had no permit to go down 15th. We had no fucking permit. None. So I'm like, these fuckers are full of fucking juice. I'm telling you, you know, this is young and passionate. And this is going to be fucking intense, I can tell you. There's going to be a lot of infighting. There's going to be a lot of fucking craziness. But, you know, I tell you what, I know the core group, and I've had talked with Johnny. He picked me up at the airport first time I met him, and, you know, and we had talked, and, you know, and then we did the interview with RT. We stood there, you know, the grassroots groups, and we all had conversations, and I knew right then it was grassroots and authentic as it fucking gets. And I'm like, I'm going, you know, we're about fucking the truth. We're about social issues that we want justice, and we don't want anybody to get cancer. So then he leads me over to the head of the White House security. He wants to talk to me. And by the way, you're in front of the White House now. Special One War Group was there. They have extra snipers on the roof. They had dozens of snipers on the roof that day, and they got the guns pointed right on our fucking heads. I mean, beaming right on our heads. You can see it. Scary shit. So I meet with him, and he's like, well, what are you guys? And I says, well, you know, you guys are following our sites. You know what our fucking plans are. You know, we're meeting at the Washington Memorial. We're going from there. So, all right. We're nonviolent. We're very nonviolent. And then I started talking about leukemia. I said, you know, post-Fukushima, I got fucking leukemia. And, you know, this is 2013. I got leukemia, you know, 2 years ago, and was given 2 months to live, and I'm fighting for my life. I'm still very, very fucking sick. I'm still in very critical condition. And, you know, it's brutal. I have AML. You know, I showed him my fucking central line, and he says, let me tell you something, Kevin. You know, I wouldn't say this, because you know how, you know, straight they are, and there's secret services everywhere. I'm from the Bay Area, California. And he says, my sister got AML. I says, oh, no. You know, about the same time I got it. And he knew about Fukushima. He knew about the nuclear thesis, because California had such a good education process. You got to realize how strong the California education system was in those days, and they talked about these issues. He knew about Susanna. He knew about it because you could see he was very well educated. You could see why he was put in that position. I says, well, I hope she's, you know, had the bone marrow transplant. Okay, no, Kevin, she died. Wow, young. You could see he was emotional. I was very emotional. I said, well, I'll do my best. You know, I'm going to think about her on the whole walk. And, you know, and I really teared up. So did he. And I says, you know, we're grassroots, we're authentic. And anybody that's been in the situation that I am, he knew it because he watched her die. So we go to the memorial. I'm staying with the Ralph Nader fucking dirty hippie lion fuckers who have taken over the Ralph Nader house. You know, they have houses in there just like Thomas's house. You know, the permanent protest there, he's passed, and these fucking phony fuckers have taken over their house because they get, you know, endowments, they get some money, and they get to live there for free, and they do nothing. So they invite me to stay there. They know I'm in critical condition. They try to kill me. I'm not kidding. They actually tried to tee me up and kill me. I'm like, well, we have a room for you, whatever. One of the guys from the Masonic Temple in D.C., you know, and I'm not a Mason, but, you know, he believed in my cause, and they've been doing some work on it. He picked me up, called me, and he says, well, I'm over by the White House, and I didn't know where the fuck this Nader house was, and they took me there when I first got there, and he says, I'll find it. I got GPS. Here's the address. Get there. Great big, huge, old fucking historic mansion, you know, dozens of them living in there. And I think they're activists. There ain't none of them fucking activists. They says, here, sleep on the floor. I said, I thought you, blah, 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 blah. Freaks. I mean, fucking dope fiend freaks. I almost fucking, it's so fucking cold, whatever. I couldn't, I got up in the middle of the night, fucking, you know, I'm due to give a speech there and lead the fucking march. This is a big fucking day in my life and everybody's lives. Up all fucking night. You know, there's no coffee shops. You know, I'm fucking wandering around D.C., fucking in an area I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Just start walking. You know? End up over at the memorial. It's in the middle of, you know, it's fucking 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm fucking cold. I'm sick. I don't feel good. So I go over there and just fucking lay on a bench right there at the memorial. I look up, there's another guy laying on the bench. I start talking. He's a professor at Berkeley. He just happened to be in town. So we're talking about, you know, the Berkeley fucking head of the snake rats. Little fox, sun comes up, and there's a little fox running around. I shot a video up. So the whole thing breaks fucking loose. There's fucking nothing but fighting going on over there. You should have seen it. This fucking Wicked Poets group, which is a bunch of co-op fucking kids that are rhymeless, clueless, and have no fucking idea what they're even talking about. Than our group, which our group is very fucking articulate, very sophisticated, you know, on the right side of these issues, and you can see, you know, because they're people from the internet that have educated themselves. Steve Brown, and, you know, they're articulate, they're smart, they're dynamic, they get it. Oh, they get it on all levels. So this fight's going on. I mean, they're fucking going at it. Two big fucking groups. I'm like, fuck you guys. I don't give a fuck. We're not supposed to leave until, you know, 10:30, you know, and I'm like, or 9:30. You know, we got about 10 minutes to go. I'm like, fuck you. I'm sick of listening to you stupid fuckers fight. I'm going. I'm marching right down fucking 15th and across Pennsylvania, right down the road, and I don't give a fuck. Because I was still sick, and I was that pissed off. I was that angry. I was that fucking frustrated. I didn't feel good. I was fucking cold. I fucking had it with these fuckers. I says, you can come with me or stay the fuck here. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'm going. So off I went. Start walking. Here comes a police car flying up, right on the corner of fucking their Constitution at 15. Up at the top, the Department of fucking Commerce there. The new fucking Homeland Security being built. He stops and he says, Kevin, can you hold them back? Says it just like that. Now they're right behind me, all of them. I mean, all of them. Can you hold them back? And I says, for how long? Fuck that. And he says, fucking give us fucking 3 minutes. And I says, why? And he says, we're going to give you a police escort. What? Really? Yeah. Hold them off for 3 minutes. Yeah, I can do that. I fucking held them off for about 2. And, you know, and fuck just long enough. And down we went. In the middle of the week, nobody can do that. We shut the whole fucking city down. We marched right down the street. It's so fucking powerful. You know, RT walked with us. Of course, they fucking spun us. You know, right there. You look at them fucking early videos, me marching down that fucking street. And thank God, because my camera didn't work. And we were not prepared video content. You know, I worked for John and I worked with Dan. So we got to have the right video content. The people that were supposed to shoot the video, they fucked us. They fucked us. They co-opted us. And my camera's fucking, you know, I was having problems and I didn't have time to, I was so pissed, fuck, I'm not even using them. I don't give a fuck. Fuck my camera. You know, I just go, thank God, fucking the wolf was there. Not a wolf was there. And he actually got fucking just a couple videos. He got part of my speech. He got part of me marching down there, you know, enough. And he got photographs, just barely enough. And then I uploaded them at George Washington University. He got kicked off the campus, by the way. Thank God he fucking got those videos. And he only got parts of them uploaded. You know, he's probably still on his camera's got the rest of it, hopefully, you know, but fuck, they blackballed that fucker out of the whole city. So, you know, we lead the fucking march down there, and then the fucking two groups split. And those fucking kids they're rhymeless. They're fucking rhymeless. Go over to the fucking White House and go fucking ballistic and act like fucking idiots. You know, I'm all for the passion and the intensity and whatever, but look, you can't just stomp your feet and be mad, Occupy. You can't just, be a co-op fucking, you know, Tea Party fucking revolt. Just fucking, your answer is going to fucking put a gun in somebody's face. Are you kidding me? Fuck, you know what? Let's go back to the fucking kindergarten, get mad in fucking class. You know, start crying and piss your pants. Now you have to have answers. You know, and I have answers. I understand Hamilton. I understand Jefferson. I understand kicking the Royals the fuck out. I got it. So, I give give me the fucking microphone. The stage, these fuckers we hire, you know, they raise some money to pay it, and then those fuckers fuck this. Oh, yeah, we'll have it ready by 9:30. Those lazy fucking pieces of shit didn't have it ready. I'm like, give me the fucking microphone. Just give me the fucker. Fuck your stage. You know, I took the microphone and I started to scream and yell on the microphone. Listen, fuckers. You know, come on. So they call out the fucking, then here come the horses. Then come all the fucking military fucking apparatus fucking shit. It comes out. Here comes fucking Capitol Police. Here comes they're all over me. You know, give me the fucking microphone. You know, I told the cops, you know, they're all over me. What the fuck? I'm like, just give me the fucking microphone. Give me a minute. Back the fuck off me. You know, and I'm screaming, listen, fuckers, get over right here. We have Steve Grant right here. We have Steve Grant. And Steve Grant's the great fucking artist rapper. He's brilliant. You want to hear the fucking, you know, get the fuck over here. Let's organize. Let's group together and let's get articulate about this. You know, come on, fuckheads. And I gave that speech. You can see part of it online. And I gave that fucking emotional speech because I was tired and I'm shaking, you know, and it's from the fucking soul. And I said the right fucking things to that fucking beautiful crowd, and they gathered around me. And then I handed it to fucking Steve Grant, and he did his beautiful fucking thing, and he had that crowd fucking groomed and fucking where they had to be, the right fucking people. And it's evolved from there, and people were able to see it internationally and worldwide because of fucking a few little teeny video content, and it's caught fire around the world. We're going to be in over 500 cities this year. 500. You know? So it's important. You know, it's not just D.C. You know, it's massive in London. They're great in London, by the way. It's gigantic in Sydney. They're fantastic. It's big all over the world. Paris. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. It's fucking powerful shit. But we're not about just stomping our feet. We raise the fuck our voice. Oh, fucking rights, we raise our voice. Passionate, intense. We're on the right side of all these issues. And I'm telling you, the people that are there, they're on the right side of the issues. They fucking get it. We got no media coverage. RT fucking does a little bit of work. When you listen to that Uncut Chronicles and RT, that fucking, you know, got a huge viewership. That fucking intense, throwing the gates at the FBI, throwing the things right over there. Inside that video, that's all my voice. That's all my voice. All of it. Through the entire fucking video. RT uses my voice all over through that whole fucking thing. That's me. You know, the power, I mean, the people that were there, amazing. So here's how it's going to work going forward. I've got to raise some money the next few days because this thing that they're going to bury the fucking waste on the California is bullshit. Ain't going to happen. We're going to ship that shit to Yucca Mountain. We're going to develop, you know, fuck Harry Reid and fuck fucking Las Vegas casino owners, those fucking weasel crooks and their 8-shoot decks and their fucking no gaming commission push them out. It's fucking legalized fucking crime. Might as well put a gun to your head as walking a casino now. These fucking thieves. Fuck the Vegas fucking casino industry that's blocked Yucca Mountain. You can disagree with Congress. Only Congress can make law. And fuck these executive orders that are total bullshit. The Patriot Act's an illegal act. TPP's illegal, and it says, oh, it hasn't a treaty yet. Now fuck you and your fucking bullshit. The Republican fucking Party is fucking, they've turned over everything to these fucking globalist rats. They're on their knees anytime they fucking ask these bitches. And then you got the betrayal fucking Democrats who betrayed us, Obama. He's the greatest betrayer of fucking Benedict Arnold in human history. How about Feinstein? How about Wyden? He went to Fukushima. That fucker signed on. The Betrayal 13. They're fucking liars. For sale. Corrupt fuckers. They're not for the people, of the people, we the fucking people. No, they're for the globalist fucking rats. And it's not New World Order. It's old as Babylon and evil as hell. So I'm going to get in the car this week, and I'm going to drive, I guess. You know, I want to stop in Nevada test that and do a piece out at the crypts where they're drawing fucking people to fucking death. You know? I'll go to San Diego, and Lori's down there. I've been talking to her about it. You know, we've been waiting for fucking more news on the fucking San Onofre the USS Reagan hearing. But fuck, they've hijacked that. Fucking, that's what they do. When they ruin your affair, they just drag it out for years until everybody's dead. That's what they're doing. Nothing. So I want to do a fucking protest on the beach of San Onofre where I was conceived, my place, where me and my little mutated twin sister were fucking, the Cal Berkeley Department of Energy fucked us, destroyed us. My mom didn't even know she had twins in her womb, that beautiful fucking Woodbury pinup fucking artist, yeah. My mom was the Woodbury pinup artist with fucking those brilliant fucking artists. Vargas himself used to say not only is she draw like a camera, she could be her own model. You know, she didn't know she had twins in there. extremely mutated, extremely. I mean, boy-girl twins, and now we know that fucking boy-girl twins, not identical, are fucking dying of cancer in droves. There's a bunch of them I've met at the University of Utah is murdered, and I'll be seeing them on Saturday at Light the Night at Sugar House. It's a very hallowed time. I'll be there at 4 o'clock. I'll be there the whole time. We have a little honored fucking ceremony. Well, I'll give a little, just say a few words. There's only 2 of us. She'll be there. She'll be there. You can meet her. There's only 2 of us out of our entire group that got sick at that time, and our doctors know there was a major epidemic on the Wasatch of Utah. Hardcore. You know, that beautiful fucking doctor up in Seattle who made statements all over. Fukushima, we're seeing right after Fukushima in Seattle, we're seeing the cancer become more aggressive, stronger, and killing. Then she gets it and dies. It's just us 2 left, and their family members. All our beautiful, loving friends in the primes of their fucking life. Some of my best friends from my youth got cancer the same time I did and passed. Their family members will be there. So fucking emotional. I mean, when I go to Paul's funeral, he was in my sight every day, fighting cancer with me. He got it the same time I did, the same place did, and that fucking huntsman murdered him. I used to wear those blue glasses. We used to talk about that light blue color. He loved that color. He loved my intensity. As I was talking to him, he was dying. Came back on him. This paddle's a long bat. My intensity, I know it comes right back and mows you down. You can't just declare yourself better, come out of the unit. They beat it back for fucking 9 months. Says, oh, you're better, bye, see you. Doesn't work that way. It comes back and mows you down. You got to stay incredibly intense. Kevin, do what you do. I go to his funeral. His first wife and was my ex. I mean, we dated the same women. We fucking met on the basketball. We looked alike. We acted alike. We did everything alike. Our fucking paths were so incredibly mirrored of each other. He dies. We go to the funeral, and those beautiful children of his spoke. It was the most surreal thing that had ever happened to me in my entire life. I mean, something took me over inside that fucking funeral. On the Mighty Wasatch, he played those fucking bagpipes. We talked about organizing his funeral, fucking AI together. He's calming me down. He left those big blue balloons, those light blue balloons off on the Mighty Wasatch in this beautiful, incredible place. Kevin, I'll see you on the other side. I will see you on the other side. You keep doing what you're doing. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm asking him. I want to live my life for you. I want to live my life for all of you. What do you want me to do? Everything that I do in my activism, every single thing I do because I'm asked. These are not my choices. None of them. I'm like an organic, mutated sunflower, and I've always been. Always been. My grandma used to say it all the time. My mom used to say it. Okay, Kevin, what girl are you hanging with now? When I was young, 16, 17, 18, I says, I'm afraid of them. I had a beautiful twin sister. I seen how they operated. Really? What the hell? You going to go to the prom? Hell no! I ain't going to no prom. We're in California. We were here. I had that beautiful long hair, muscles all over from being shot up with steroids. I got so much attention from girls, it was unbelievable when I was young. They scared me. I was afraid of them. And I look back, rightfully so. But by the time I got to the age, 17, 18, I'm hitchhiking all over the country, from California back and forth. And you know how it was in those days, those beautiful fucking girls. Who you hang with? Whichever one picks me up, I don't care. Really? Really? That's what, yeah, I don't care. So, you know how it was then. I mean, on the beach, sleeping with girls and going, and partying, hitchhiked to fucking Fresno, saw Van Halen open for fucking Ozzy. I mean, you know how it was. We had such happy lives. The girls were so amazing. Flowers in their hair, so beautiful. So amazing. They all traded it in for a fucking shiny car and a mortgage. Not me. Not me. Born a tree hugger, always a fucking tree hugger. I'll be a tree hugger till the day I fucking die. Where'd you sleep last night? I slept in the dead fucking pines. Where the sun from Fukushima, Japan always fucking shines. On the beaches at Gorda with the elephant seals. Fucking watching these fucking idiots play fucking volleyball on the dead birds of Pismo. At the dead fucking pines at fucking Bixby. Walking around the corner and seeing a dead sperm whale at fucking Half Moon Bay. I won't stop there. I will never stop. This is who I am. Everything I do is because I'm asked. Will you come to New York and do this thing? Yeah. Will you teach us about Hamilton? It is great. Yeah. Will you fucking lead the Million Mass March? Yeah. Will you come to San Diego and do a fucking protest? Yeah. Will you come to USS Reagan fucking hearing? Yeah. Will you fucking do a video about the fucking, St. Louis fucking dump? Yeah. Will you go to Megan Rice's fucking trial while in critical condition? Yeah. Just because I've been asked. I do it without money. I do it without fucking any kind of fucking... People don't fucking stick up for me. But my little small army does. My small group. Will you come to Copenhagen? Yeah. Hey, Kevin, would you come to Vienna? Would you fucking go on one of your fucking rants about these fucking rats? This girl eating the apple and oh, yeah. Will you fucking protest at the UN and try to block? Will you go to fucking the Energy Solutions dump site? Yeah. Will you fucking go there and try to fucking bring in the San Onofre generator while you're sick? Yeah. I'll do it. I'll do all the fucking dirty work. Because I have the law on my side. I have the truth on my side, but I have one trump card that none of these fuckers have. None of these activists, none of these fake phony fuckers, none of them have. I have one fucking thing. I have the light that it shines inside of me. I have the angels. I have all these angels that have died of cancer, been murdered. I have them. I have fucking them, and I know that as I've traveled. I've been in very vulnerable positions. In Eugene, Oregon, so sick, that fucking thing hit my arm, and I'm just fucking bleeding. You know how sick I was when I was up there on the 2nd anniversary? Up there giving that thing at Harris Hall. Lonnie brought me up there. I have the fucking angels. They watch out over me. I'm in incredible critical condition at those times. My daughters are like, "Are you fucking crazy? Your platelet count is 30. You could bleed to death in any second." I don't care. I'm fighting this my way. My doctors are still amazed. They're like, "Fuck, you did this without a bone marrow transplant." Well, Brian Morris, this guy, he'll be there. He showed me the light. He showed me the way. The pioneers. These fucking pioneers that made the dues at Bloom. From Denmark. From Switzerland. From Austria. My family. They showed me the fucking way. I'm not going to give up. And I don't give a fuck. I almost lost my house when I was in there. I don't know how I didn't lose my house. I think the reason I survived, I didn't have a wife. I didn't have a support network. And the Mormon church turned their fucking back on me. I live in this incredible Mormon community, covering the historic Mormon bloodlines. My mom's the fucking daughter of Abe IV. The guy the guy who started the church welfare system. The Mormon church welfare system was started by him. They turned their fucking back on me. Everybody turned their back on me. My niece gave me a little fucking Mini Cooper car because I had to go on Medicaid. I had $700,000. I had to fork it all over. Under the system, you can only keep your fucking house and one car. I had no car. My car fucking broke down. I got to go, once they let me out of that fucking place, there for a long time, I had to go back and forth from Salt Lake because McQuack-D, they're like, "You want to do some of this treatment at McQuack-D?" I said, I wouldn't go in that fucker if I was dying. Worst hospital in the fucking world who almost killed me. Now, I'll drive the 40 miles to Salt Lake, the LDS, the best hospital in the world. Really, true, and it has nothing to do with the Mormon church. They didn't take that fucking name off because they've cut their funding off to them. I'm going to start a foundation there in my dad's name, but that fucking Danish philosophy doctor saved my life. And then Vincent, family friend, anti-nuclear, fucking out of college for 60 years. I owe my life to him. I owe my life to him. I know that. I owe my life to these angels that watch out over me. All these people that die of leukemia, they watch out over me. They look out over me. I know that. I'm not afraid. For I have walked through the shadow of the valley of death. I fear no evil. I fear no evil. What is God? What is, Muslim, Judaism, freaking Christian? I don't get caught up in that. But I know through my path. I know through there are powers that are there that shine inside of me, that guide me. And that's how I fucking roll. And that's how I go. Blind faith, there's nothing blind about my faith. My faith, I see for miles and miles and miles. Cassandra's fucking offspring. Oh, do I see for fucking miles. You will never take that from me.
Fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate.